So, as a classroom teacher, what's your favorite sound? The buzzing of active learners. And what's a student's favorite sound? Yikes! Class dismissed!
The Infinite Thinking Machine is a production of Q and is sponsored by the K-12 High-Speed Network.
In business, time is money. In education, time is controversial. According to a study by the National Center on Time and Learning, underperforming schools are raising student performance levels by lengthening the school day from 6.5 hours to 8. That's almost 6.5 times 2 to 20% more school time. That's a good thing, right? Of course, if it's 20% of the boring stuff, let's see, 0.2 carry the not, well, you do the math. Imagine if you could pursue anything you were really passionate about in school 20% of the time. That's the idea behind 20% time. Taking one day a week or one period in a day to learn what you want. Now 20% time isn't my idea. I'm good, but not that good. Actually, Google first promoted the concept as a way to encourage their employees to blue sky their passions and dream up new products in the process. Now, teachers and students are taking the opportunity to break the traditional curriculum mold and carve out something new that is entirely their own. Forward thinkers like Kevin Burkhauser are leading the way.
At the beginning of the year, I told my students, I will give you one day a week to pursue some project of your choice.
He introduced 20% time in his classroom a few years ago, and it's been amazing to see what his students have accomplished. They're finding fun and creative ways to breathe new life into their learning. They're making music, writing books, and working with therapy dogs to help their fellow classmates. Kevin spent 20% of his time crowdsourcing the production of a book about how to implement 20% time in the classroom. Imagine if students could spend 20% of their time dreaming up community service projects, like building a school garden, mapping community firefighting resources, or designing and raising money for a new sports scoreboard. Well, it's already happening. 15 years ago, an imaginative group at a small school in Arkansas dreamed up the East Initiative, where students spent 20% of their school time and countless hours after school pursuing projects they were passionate about. The East Initiative has now spread to 200 schools in 6 states.
I feel like this is the highlight of my day. Whenever I come into school, there's not really a whole lot of rush, there's not a whole lot of pressure. It really is a very self-driven class, and that's what I've always liked about East.
Students spend one period a day in the classroom that's filled with cool tech tools and venture outside the classroom to complete many of their projects. Oh, and those test scores everyone's so worried about, they go up in correlation to time spent on East projects. 20% times passion equals success. So what are you waiting for? Use 20% time to take a leap of faith and pursue your passions. It is where real learning takes off. Ready to dive deeper? You'll find the links to everything from this episode on our site, infiniteThinking.org. While there, be sure to check out previous episodes and follow us on Twitter and Facebook. And if you've got mad love for the ITM, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And remember, you are the Infinite Thinking Machine.
We are the Infinite Thinking Machine.
We are the Infinite Thinking Machine.